Hello guys, I have to work, but I just thought I'd do a quick video. Um, I have to work. But anyways, these are my thoughts and opinions. Just do your own research. And also, you know what? Feel free to fact check me. Because if I'm always happy to learn something, and don't use sophistry when you want to answer back. I mean, always keep on the same topic. First of all, apparently Prince Philip is doing really well, which is yay. I really do like him. I did post links on royal scandals and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, he likes to drive and stuff like that. That's fine, you know, but he did get into accidents. That is not good. It's good that he's off the roads. So yeah, I wanted to talk about a few things. You know, people are still freaking out about Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah. Let her do it. You know what I mean? I mean, this woman, let her do it. This is, I wonder if people or Palace is putting up stories about trying to cancel it because they know that this is going to be terrible for them. This is not going to be positive at all. Now, if you notice, you don't hear Elton John, you don't hear George Clooney come out for her defense, to her defense. You don't hear the Beckhams come out to her defense. You don't hear any of the cast of Suits come out to her defense. Jessica Mulroney is not coming out to her defense. Serena Williams is not coming out to her defense. Now, none of these people have been in her life for a long period of time. Her childhood friends are all gone. None is talking to her. Her family clearly is not going to come to her defense. I mean, she's alienated everybody. Now, something more serious. You know, when first of all, Princess Diana, when she did that interview, it was because she was tricked into doing the interview. Okay, and I'm just going to paraphrase because you all know I adore Princess Diana. It is very rich of Harry to say that Meghan Markle was going to suffer the same fate as the late Princess Diana. First of all, the comparison is incredibly offensive because Princess Diana was a lady. She was an aristocrat. She was a virgin when she got married, 18, 19, when she started seeing Prince Charles. A very virginal. She was a virgin. You can see naivete in her face. Whereas Meghan Markle is that at the time she got married was a divorced woman. Being divorced is nothing wrong. But this woman had been quite around the block. And I mean, as far as I know, she was two-timing, what's it called? The chef with Harry. I guess she was waiting to see if things didn't work out with Harry, she always had the chef. This is a woman that's very rough, you know, like there's nothing there. She's not a lady. I mean, lady is a completely alien concept for her. So the comparison is laughable. Now, one of the things that one of you guys sent me an email is saying that Harry saying that the years that Meghan Markle had to endure, I really think he's confused because as far as I'm aware, they got married in 2018, right? Or something like that. And they got married in I think it was April 2018. And we're just starting 2021, right? 2018, I think it was in April, so it's almost half a year. 2018. I mean, how many years is that? What are the years that Meghan had to endure? I'm sure she had to, you know, her sleeping her way to one-liners in a movie. That's her deal. It's nothing to do with the royal family. You know, mattress actressing has nothing to do with the royal family. Again, the reason why a low-life individual like Meghan Markle was able to get into the royal family is because all the standards, all the safety guards, the cachet, the prestige of the royal family had been gone, but mostly the safety standards, and have been going on for quite some time. These are all my thoughts and opinions. Her Majesty the Queen has been reluctant to issue letters patent to remove and to prohibit ex-wives from using royal titles because she does not want to affect Sarah Ferguson. Sarah Ferguson is not a nice, people say, oh, she's so nice. No, 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 no. People get confused with the public persona with being nice. So yeah, I just have to mark these things because I always forget, and I get off tandem. So comparing Princess Diana, Princess Diana, a lady, to Meghan Markle, a hoe. There's no comparison. First of all, and also Meghan Markle hadn't spent their years in the royal family. They left at the end of 2020, right? Or when was it that they left? 2019, at the end of 2019? They spent less than a year in the royal family, really, after her marriage. Oh, a little bit over a year, maybe. And that year, they really didn't spend it here because she was 5 months in maternity leave, except when she had to fly to New York or whatever it was to see Serena Williams, leaving her like less than a month-old baby at home, but she had to fly and see Serena. I don't think they were happy about that either. So what are the years that she endured? And as far as we know, from their own mouth and their own words, when they gave that interview, the royal family was the family that she never had. They embraced her with love. And I will say many things. Princess Diana's beef was that her husband was cheating on her, that her husband prioritized the mistress over her and his kids, and he didn't support her. That was Princess Diana's main complaint. This is where everything started. She wanted a real marriage, and Charles didn't. She just wanted to use her. But if you look at Princess Diana, she was a workhorse. She worked a lot for the royal family. She was happy to do so. She didn't want to quit the royal family. She wanted to work for them and continue working for them. She was an English rose until the day she unfortunately died. So yeah, this is something that really surprised me if it's true. And I'm pretty sure because one of my viewers sent it, that Harry's saying all the years that he's finally happy because all the years Meghan Markle had to endure. Endure what? And again, mattress acting is not anything that has to do with the royal family. She did it for a good 20 years, 18 years prior to that. I wouldn't even be surprised if she was sleeping around with one of the producers of the Suits show. But anyways, yeah, so comparing Princess Diana to Meghan, I don't see that point. Now, back then, many things that were acceptable or people let go, they're not anymore. For example, Prince Charles having Camilla talk to Stuart Higgins on a weekly basis to discredit Princess Diana, to call her crazy because she had an eating disorder. Back then, you could get away with it. Now, you can't. It happens the same thing with Meghan Markle right now. This is a woman who was, in all honesty, less than a year, really, in England, if you count the days, because she was traveling so much that year that, that she got pregnant, and then that she was flying all over the place. She was on vacation. She was 5 or 6 months on maternity leave. I mean, what work, really? How many years is that? She did use her position to gain access to many things. I can tell you that I work for the government, and when you're in certain positions, you're not allowed to accept gifts at all. Because it simply you can't, because it can be seen as you being bribed. So you don't accept gifts. So I mean, what are the years? I'm still confused about that. But anyways, now they left the royal family and they go to the US, and all they can do is talk about the royal family. That James Corden thing was Harry name dropped his grandmother and that he's royal how many times? Now, the days are gone when you could actually go out and slander people. Those days are gone. So, for example, if it is true that in that interview, Meghan Scandal is saying that the royal family slandered her, because when you spread falsehoods with somebody, about somebody, that is slander. And somebody calls you out on it, it is slander. It is a legal term. So Meghan Markle and Harry are sitting there slandering Now, the royal family is the royal family, but don't forget that they are an institution that represents the UK and the Commonwealth. The head of the state of our state, Canada, is Her Majesty the Queen. So basically, Meghan Markle is coming out and saying that the Queen, because at the end of the day, I own my company. I have employees, but at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. I am responsible legally for everything that happens, especially if it's brought to my attention, But at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. So she's basically going on record saying that the Queen slandered her. So that's quite a serious thing to say, and it has to be investigated. Now, one thing that is very troubling for me is that the royal family is washing their hands off of everything. Oh, they no longer work with us, so we can't do anything. That's bull. That is absolute. To me, that's a cop-out. They're trying to say, oh, they're no longer working royals, but they're still royals. They're using a royal title because in all of this, I don't know if it has gone awry for anybody. In all of this, she's not given that interview as Meghan Markle. She's given that interview as the Duchess of Sussex, using a title. This would be like the general manager of Apple going to give an interview, not as Mr. John Smith, but as the general manager of Apple to complain about Apple. Now, nowadays, legally, when you do that, you better have your ducks in a row. I mean, you better have, this is the rep. I have the receipts for all the abuse you've given me. Because if not, that is slander. Because Meghan Markle right now is saying that the head of state of the United Kingdom slandered her in a very public forum. This is why I say, let her speak. Please, please. I hope they extend it even more. I mean, most people will be bored after like 10 minutes, But everything she'll say will be used against her in a court of law, basically. Because that will be slander. Now, another thing, I'm going to just make a little bit of parenthesis here. Guys, if you can, go to, if you're on Twitter, go and support a lady called Kate Robertson. I'm going to leave her handle in the description. This is, I don't know if you remember this lady when Meghan Markle did this big production that she came walking down the stairs in this big event and this white lady curtsied to her and they didn't know whether to hug or not. Well, that lady posted a tweet saying that that Meghan Markle should have had the grace to air this or discuss this in private first prior to going on the air like that, because she had options to discuss this, and that she was disrespecting the Queen. As gripe, Omid Scobie retweeted the tweet saying really hateful things about it. And this lady got so much slack that she actually took back the tweet. I wouldn't have taken it back. Screw that. But she did, because she's the head of their organization. Again, she was not disrespectful, but she was calling her out. People say, oh, she was so nice to you when you curtsied to her. No, I know a lot of people who are nice to you, and they're assholes. I'm sorry, they're assholes. But they are assholes, Meghan Markle is a bully. She has a long reputation for that. People are not starting to come out. Now, why were these people saying, the thing is that people are focusing on her lies and not in other people's facts. It's a fact that she was a bully. Now, people say, well, they could have just quit. That's not an answer. That's not an answer. I mean, these employees ended up quitting because, their mental health and emotional well-being was more important. And I guess that them being employees, they decided better quit, which is more dignified than being fired, Now, from what I understand, Prince Harry was using their jobs as a carrot, like if you don't, as a stick, if you don't do this, you are going to lose your job. And people know that at that level, or any level, if you're fired, especially from the royal family, there is a stigma attached to it. Oh, he wasn't good enough that they fired him. Something went wrong, because working for the royal family, people are not very well paid, but the prestige of it is what's really important. Like I've been saying all along, reputation is incredible. So if you can go to this lady, Kate Robertson, and show your support, because she actually had to apologize Now, another thing is that people are saying, oh, you're being racist because people are calling out Meghan Markle on racist, on bullying. Sophistry. What is, so black people can't be racist. Black people can be bullies. Black people don't kill people of color. And quit referring to Meghan as a woman of color. Which color is that? Her mother is a woman of color, not Meghan Markle. Is Meghan Markle's son a child of color? Of course not. He's white, just like his mother and father. That his mother has black heritage, that's a different story. But her skin color is white. She has classified herself all her life as white. She has lived her life as white. She was even embarrassed of her mother when they moved to that white neighborhood, because she didn't want, this is a woman who has led the life of a white woman. When she went to Northwestern University, she didn't join one of the many black sororities that were there, or even biracial or ethnic. No, she joined the whitest one, and she fit right in. And she has said that all her life. So when people quit saying, oh, she's a woman of color, you can't call her that. No, wait a minute. She is a bully. She's a white bully. Her skin is white. People should, I have a friend who's German. Well, no, her father was German. He was my godfather. And he's dead. And her mother is black. But, I mean, if you look at her and she told you she's black, you go, yeah, right. Because, she's got red hair, curly hair, beautiful curls. And then she has like honey color eyes. She's beautiful, and her skin is white, and she's got really nice, cute little freckles and everything. I mean, and should she call herself black? Her mom is black as they come. I know her. It's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun. But my friend, she is white. Her skin is white. You should identify by your skin color. Yes, that you have other heritages. Yes, of course. I have quite a few, as I've told you before. But anyways, now, if Meghan Markle is going on TV and accuse the head of state of the United Kingdom of slander, she better have some documentation to show that. And I hope that the government takes steps for that. Now, what is the royal family waiting to strip Harry of the prince title? When you quit a job, you quit a job. You're no longer the general manager for Apple. You used to work there, but you're no longer. You can't go calling yourself that. People say that these are life titles, no. It's true to a certain extent. But the HRH and the prince title and the duke titles are a courtesy title from Her Majesty the Queen, for the monarch, to her relatives. A letters patent can take care of it. The succession, his place in the succession line is something completely different. I've told you guys that. So I'm just going to leave you with this. Can you imagine if these witnesses on Sunday night, at the same time that Meghan Markle is doing her slander fest, give an interview on what really happened? I really do believe that their voices must be heard. These are young women who felt threatened, their reputation, because that's what the bullying thing is that they were scared. Yes, they ended up quitting, but why would they have to quit? Why didn't Buckingham Palace, why have they been lying for so long? This is the thing that I did yesterday. They have been allowing all this behavior. They have to do a purge. They have to, remove Andrew they have to remove his titles, even though he hasn't been found guilty of anything. But at the very least, Duchess of York cannot be using the titles either. And neither can Meghan Markle. She's not even British. So they have quite a few things. I hope that the monarchy, that the Queen pulls through. This is a slander fest. And again, all that Meghan Markle is about to say will be used against her in a court of law. And those witnesses are the people who are bullied. They're going to be watching and they're going to sue her ass. And I really do think that the government must get involved and not only investigate, because I see that the royal family, I'm very sad about that. They are copping out. Oh, they no longer work for us. Wait a minute. They still do. You know, they still have them on their website. Go, and you will still see to date that Harry and Meghan Markle are featured in the working website for the royal family. So if they don't work for them, why do they still feature them in that website? This is until March 31st, and these things came out before then. Officially, they quit the job on March 31st, and they're still up on that website. Why? If they don't work for the royal family. And saying that they no longer work for them is not a cop-out, because they are responsible for their action as royal members, as working members of the royal family while they were there. There's quite a lot of things that have to be investigated. And again, I think they should. I'm sorry it was a long video, because I'm just so upset. But anyways, do leave me your messages and stuff, and be kind, and thank you for buying me coffee and your support. It really does make the difference. So thank you very much, and let me know in your comments, and don't use sophistry. You know I hate that. Anyways, bye bye.